What's going on, everybody? This is Matt, also known as Thrifter Sifter. I've got a few eBay orders going out today. I just want to give you a brief little rundown of how I come up with the shipping weight and dimensions and how I had these stored in my inventory system. I'm also going to walk you through each of these items, how I package and ship them out. So let's get to it. All right, so the first order going out are these Dansko shoes. I actually just did a video about these a couple weeks ago. I was at a fundraiser sale. I got these for $1 and they sold on eBay for $37 plus shipping. So I'm going to use this plastic bag. These are actually called suffocation bags, mainly because they have suffocation warning on here for children and stuff. So it's kind of a weird name for these, but that's what they call them. And if you're looking for these, I believe I have these through my links in my Amazon store. If you go to the shipping supplies, should be able to find them in there. And I usually order a whole bunch to get the price down on these. So I'm just going to put them in here just like this, because they're going to go in this box right here. So I'm just going to make sure that they fit. All right, just have a little seal on here. All right, we're actually going to use this USPS priority mail shoebox is what they call this. It's a shoebox right here. This also has the outer dimensions on here as well as the inner dimensions. Really, you just need the outer dimensions. And basically how I come up with my shipping weight for this, whenever I go to list this on eBay, I would just put this box up on my scale, put my shoes up on here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think I got a light. There you go. So what I normally do is I just round up to about 2 pounds. I'm going to add a little bit of packing material in here, but 2 pounds should be enough to cover all the shipping costs. So whenever I go to put this in my listing, I'll just put 2 pounds in there. And then my outer dimensions, I usually just round up to 8 by 6 by 15. You can actually order these boxes for free. You just Google like United States Postal Service free shipping boxes, and there'll be a website and you can order these and they deliver them to your door. So basically you're paying to use their service, and that's why they're free. So we're just going to go ahead and tape up the end here. I really need to get some clear tape. I bought so much of this tape a while back, so I've just been trying to get through it. Eventually, once I'm through it all, I'm going to buy a clear one. This is a 3-inch tape. I really like it because it covers the outside of the box really well. I don't have to tape it multiple times, and it just holds really good. So, all right, next all I do is take a little bit of this package paper, and I just put a little piece down on the bottom. Put these shoes right down in there. These are little thank you cards that I had made a while back. Just throw one of those in there. A little more pack material. And we're going to weigh this up again to see what the final weight is. I have this little sticker on here. Let's see what we got. So this actually came out to 1.87 pounds. So I could probably actually put this in at 1 pound and 15 ounces. The only other thing I do to my packages is I write the name of the buyer on here, the package final weight, and then I'll put the item that was in there. The main reason why I put all this information on here, so whenever I go to print out all my labels, I know what my weights are. I don't have to go back and manually weigh everything as I go to put my label information in. I know what's in the box, and then I also know the buyer's name, so whenever I go to print out all the labels, I can just put them on the correct package. When I first started reselling, I accidentally sent something to the wrong house by just putting labels on the wrong thing, so I always put the name on there, and it helps to keep that from happening. All right, next up I have this Duluth trading shirt. I got this at Goodwill a while back for $4.25. It's sold on eBay for $18 plus shipping. This I had it in bin B5, and I had this marked number 22 because I had quite a few Duluth trading shirts in there, and so I just put a little extra number on there to know which one was which. But I'll kind of show you how that works. So I have all these bins in my inventory system, and bin B5 is right down here. So basically, if you go to your eBay listing and you go to item specifics, there will be a place for SKU number. So that's what that B5 is. So I had this already in my listing, and then whenever it sold, I knew exactly where to find it. Sometimes I put closet on my SKU number, I put in the garage, or wherever. Shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3, if I'm keeping stuff on a shelf. And that's how I keep up with my inventory and where my stuff is after I list it. So all my shirts, whenever I go to list them, I fold them all nice and neat, and I put them in that plastic bag. So I use these little poly bags right here to ship out my shirts. Anything that's under a pound that's going first class, I'm going to use this. Anything over a pound, I'm going to use this USPS flat rate envelope. This is a flat rate, so I could put something in here for like 2-3 pounds, and it's going to ship a lot cheaper than putting it in something like this at 2 or 3 pounds. There's also a cardboard version like this. Some people like to use those. They're a little bit cheaper to ship in. I just personally like the way that this looks, and I think this looks a little bit more professional to me than using the cardboard ones. That's just my opinion and how I do my business. And again, whenever we come up with the weight, you know, we just put that on there. Really, this plastic bag is not going to make too much of a difference. 0.02. So not very much off. 0.50 is 8 ounces. There's 16 ounces in a pound. So half of that would be 8 ounces. Then it's like 0.065 is another ounce. So we're a little over 9 ounces right here. So I would actually put this in my listing as a 10 ounce package. Once you get up to 13 ounces, the rate usually goes up. So really listing this up to 12 ounces, I wouldn't hit that 13 ounce threshold where the price goes up, so that's what I would ship this at. So next I'm just going to put these inside this poly bag. Just add a thank you card. And again, we're just going to find our weight on that. So final weight is we'll just say 0.59. All right, next I found this Betty's Pie mug at Goodwill for $2.50. I was hoping to get more for it. I didn't really know what they were selling them for. Maybe I could have called them and asked them, I don't know, but I tried finding them online. I couldn't find them anywhere. I started the price off pretty high, but I eventually sold it at $11 plus shipping. And let me show you how I ship these out. All right, so I use this bubble wrap. It's a small plus size. I get this from American Bubble Boy. You can check my links below. They've got really, really good prices on the bubble wrap. And there's a lot of bubble wrap companies out there that claim they're going to give you so many feet worth, but in reality, they're not. This company's actually done a lot of tests on a lot of different companies, and there's a lot of them out there that are not giving you what you actually pay for. And this one actually gives you the right amount. So, and they have really good prices, free 1 to 2 day shipping. So definitely check them out. Basically, I'm just going to wrap this up. Like so. This thing right here also is awesome. Commonwealth Picker uses this thing, and it's got me hooked on this thing. I used to use one of these all the time for trying to get little pieces of tape on stuff, but this is also in my Amazon store links, and it is great. Alright, we're going to put one more layer around this. The only other bubble wrap I use from American Bubble Boy is this medium size. This I use for a little bit larger, fragile items and glass, stuff that's going in a little bit bigger box. I would use it on this, but it just kind of creates a lot, and I'm going to try to put this in kind of a smaller box. So I'm not going to use it for that, but this is really good as well. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to kind of wrap this around the other way here. Should be good, I think. Alright, so I'm using this box. I get these from the Boxery. I believe this is a 7x7x7. Really comes out to about an 8x8x8. and I order like 100 boxes at a time, and I get them for like around, I want to say I last pay like 55-60 cents a box. So anytime you buy like 25 boxes, it's going to run you more like 80 cents or so for these. So that's why I buy a whole bunch. So I get my cost down on my overall packages. So that's just what I do. But anyways, let's go ahead and package this up. As you can see, this is going to give us a lot of room in here. So we're going to use some packing paper. Now this roll of packing paper, I do kind of pay up for this. I buy like a really big roll of this for like $40, free shipping on Amazon. But they last me quite a while, and I really do get my money's worth out of this. Now, if you don't want to go spend $40 on packing paper like this, I would check your local Facebook Marketplace. A lot of times people are getting rid of moving boxes, and sometimes I get lucky and I find a bunch of packing paper for free. You won't always find it, so sometimes I think it's good to have a roll on hand and then look for free packing paper. If you can find it, go ahead and get it. Sometimes people sell it for really cheap, but that is something you can try. Another piece in it. So I want to be able to push on this and have like an inch cushion goes like to the bottom of the box, and that way I know if this thing is dropped, it's not going to break inside of here. All right, so next we're just going to take this paper, basically run it around sides like this. So that thing is snug in there. And basically, I guess I should have showed you what I normally do to come up with a package weight for this. I would just put the box on the scale with the mug, and then I would just kind of estimate probably like another 4 ounces for my bubble wrap and the packing paper. And that's kind of how I come up with that. I do a lot of estimating with the package weight. You just kind of have to do that because you can't package up everything ahead of time and then store it away, because it's just going to take up way too much space. After a while, you get better at it and you know about how much weight to add. Whenever you get to bigger packages, like shipping a TV or something like that, some of those items I'll add like 4 extra pounds because I'm doing 2 boxes plus a bunch of packing material. So over time, you'll get better at how much to add. So this thing is pretty snug in here. Not going to go anywhere. Packing the material on top. And this thing is pretty much good to go. All right, let's check the final weight, and we're at 1 pound and 12 ounces. So we're actually going to put 1 pound and 13 ounces on this. It's always good to add like an ounce or two to your package, because once it gets to the post office, if it's ever underweight, I've heard stories of people where they've gotten their packages sent back to their house and they didn't deliver it, and that you definitely don't want to deal with. I know some postal services will charge you the difference over time, so always add a little extra weight because your shipping scale might not be quite as accurate as theirs is. So anytime I ship something fragile, I always make sure to put a fragile sticker on here. I got this whole roll from Amazon for like $6, free shipping, and these things last a really long time. I think you can get these on eBay as well. Next up, I have this Barbie going out. I sold this for $28 plus shipping on eBay. If you missed the video where I got all these Barbies, you may want to go and check it out. I spent like $500 on a bunch of collector Barbies, and I've already made all my money back on that. I think I'm up to like $800 on that buy, and I spent $500 total, and I still got a ton of Barbies left to sell. A few had some water damage, probably like 4 or 5 of them. I had a whole bunch of Barbies that I got there. This one though definitely had probably more of the worst condition on there, but I'm gonna show you how I packaged this one up. So you can actually use the shoebox for this, but it's a little bit of a tight fit in my opinion. And anytime I'm shipping collectibles, I've got a different way that I like to do it. And it's a little bit sturdier of a box, and it really comes out to about the same for the shipping that I have found. So let me show you how I do that. All right, so the box I'm going to use is a USPS Priority Mail large mailing box. This is not a flat rate. This is by weight and dimension. So you can alter these. It's still going to come out to the same dimension the way that I'm going to do it. And it adds a little bit of weight, but really whenever I'm shipping these Barbies, I have found that it's not enough to make a difference from shipping it in the shoebox. And since I'm getting these free already, I like to do it this way because it's a little bit more sturdy. So if I were to open up this box and try to put this Barbie in there, you can see it's definitely not gonna fit. It's gonna be really tight, and if something got smashed on this box or heavy dropped on here, it's gonna ruin this, and we do not want that. All right, so we're gonna take this plastic bag and I'm gonna put it in here first. This just helps to keep any other moisture from getting in here. Don't want to make this any worse than it already is. Alright. I do this with a lot of collectibles. I put it inside this bag. I like how it looks, and it really helps to keep protecting it from moisture and stuff like that. So next we're going to put some bubble wrap on here. I'm just going to use the small plus again. Okay. All right, next I'm going to take this boxer sizer tool. I think you can find these on Amazon or eBay. They're kind of hard to find. They're always out of stock. So if you find one, try to hop on it and grab it before they're all gone. But basically it has a box cutter on one side, and then it's got this little scoring wheel on the other side. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. All right, so I'm going to take this little scoring wheel, and I'm just going to run it right down in the middle of the box. Just like that. See if I can get a better look of it here. Just like so. And then I'm going to hold this inward. We're going to reshape this box to fit this Barbie. So basically you just need to cut these to make some new flaps, just like this. Some other side. Alright, I should be able to fold this to a new, longer box, just like that. So what I normally do right here is I get this little part right here, just kind of another part right here. Kind of helps hold together so it doesn't bulge out. And then I run 2 pieces down the side, just like this. And now we have a new box. So now we're going to put some packing paper down on the bottom. Put our Barbie inside. So this one's sitting up a little high right here, so I'm going to pack this down a little bit more in here so this fits really good. Okay, now we got some extra space in there. Just throw my thank you card in there. All right, now we're just going to loosely add packing paper around this. You really don't want to make it too tight, especially with like flimsy boxes inside, like this Barbie box, because if it does happen to get squeezed on the sides, you really don't want this to get smashed. So just lightly fill it up right here. Okay. We're good. Put it on top. All right, now we can go ahead and box this up. So I'll do the same thing on this side. See right here, it's got that little hole right here. Just want to keep any moisture from getting in there again. All right. And our final weight is 1.60 pounds, about 1 pound and 12 ounces. Also, anytime I'm shipping these Barbies out, I like to put a fragile sticker on here as well. All right, that's it for now. I hope that helped, and make sure to check the links down below if you need any supplies, and follow this channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. Bye now.